everybody, let's jump on into our science lesson for today. The date is Friday, September 11th, and we're going to get started with our science today. It's going to be a nice and short class that is going to be an introduction to our first full week of science classes for next week. So what I want to point your attention to is the board behind me. As you can see, it says our Science Wow board. What we're going to use this for is going to be the end of every science lesson that we have. I'm going to have you write a wow statement, which is going to be a sentence that you create using your notes or using any tools or materials that we use that day in class. And you are going to come up with a sentence that you think includes all the important things that we've learned today. Basically, I'm asking you in one sentence, write what you think is the most important fact that we learned in science that day. So we're going to have a mini lesson right now, and then you're going to be able to have a chance to create your very first wow statement, being what you think is the most important thing to take away from our YouTube video that I'm going to show you. All right, so let's go watch it now. Here's our science classroom, everybody. I'm very excited. I'm making it nice and colorful. I just got this new poster. Very excited. All right, so if you notice, the title of this video is actually a question. So for your wow statement, you can easily just answer this question. That's my goal, is that you're able to answer this question, okay? We're talking about what the differences between weather and climate are.
Take a look outside your window. Is it hot and sunny? Is it cloudy and rainy? Is there snow on the ground? When you look out the window, you're seeing what the weather is like today.
So weather is very ever-changing, sunny, rainy, cloudy, snowy, changes day to day, okay? That is weather. So let's find out what climate is.
Weather is only temporary. For example, a blizzard can turn into a flood after just a few warm spring days. Climate, on the other hand, is more than just a few warm or cool days. Climate describes the typical weather conditions in an entire region for a very long time, 30 years or more. Keeping an eye on changing weather can help us plan ahead. We know that if thunderclouds are forming overhead, it's probably a good idea to stay inside. But it's important to keep an eye on changes in Earth's climate, too. And NASA has observed that Earth is getting warmer. Keeping track of Earth's sea level is one way that we can know how quickly the climate is changing. As Earth's climate warms, ice in Antarctica and Greenland is melting. This causes the level of the oceans to rise. NASA satellites can measure sea level rise from space. They can also track changes in the climate by measuring the clouds. We know that changes in the number, size, or location of clouds could be caused by a change in Earth's climate. NASA satellites are always orbiting Earth, looking down at our oceans and clouds, and they monitor Earth's climate in other ways too. It's important to keep an eye on our planet and all the ways that it's changing. Right now, it's the only one we've got. Find out more about our Earth.
Awesome, so a very important note. Weather, as she mentioned, is day to day and can change pretty frequently. Climate is more general. We are able to state a region's climate based over long periods of time. So for example, if I had a pool party, and I lived in Salamanca, I wouldn't invite you all over for a pool party in December because we know it's going to be too chilly. However, if I wanted to have a pool party and have you guys come over in August, we know the climate is going to be warm and sunny. However, I would have to make sure I check the weather day to day that week of my pool party to make sure that there's no rainstorms or any type of weather that won't allow us to swim in the pool. All right, so now is your time. You are going to write your first wow statement for me. There's going to be a space where you can write that. Remember, it's one sentence, and it's going to be the most important part of the science lesson. So for today, the most important part of this science lesson is going to be the title of our YouTube video there. What is the difference between weather and climate? Okay, so good luck. I can't wait to see your wow statements, and have a great Friday, everybody.